What's up, everyone? It is 10 p.m. That is the designated time for live streaming on channel number 2. For those of you that don't watch live streams on this channel, which I used to do for the last 4 years, I did live streams at 10 p.m. at night. I never told anybody about them. So let's see if some people join. Good to see everyone. We have, since the last live stream I did, probably about 50,000 more subscribers. We doubled the size of the channel. And for those of you that don't subscribe to the channel but are watching this, subscribe to this channel and subscribe to my main channel. You know, I'm trying to get to 3 million subscribers, and I want to get to 200,000 in this channel. I think we can do it pretty fast. We're already up to about 117 or so almost. So hit that subscribe button, hit the like button. I sound like a real YouTuber now. You figure after 5 years. So I want to talk about this Boomer Benz controversy. It's not really a controversy. It's it comes from a Tim Henson quote when I was doing a video with Tim and Tosin Abasi and Misha Mansour. Tim was talking about bending and talking about his dad, and he threw in this thing. I don't know what the context was. I can't even remember what the context was, but we laughed about it after, and I would talk to Tosin about it, and we just chuckled about it, that it was a hilarious term, and I told Tim that I use that all the time now. Boomer Benz. That's one of my new favorite terms. It's hard to come up with new. It's hard to come up with new terms that people haven't used before. That is, Justin here says Boomer Benz. That's all I got. That's what's Dave Honorato. He's like, Boomer Benz, man. Without Boomer Benz, I got nothing. But it's funny to think of this idea of bending notes is somehow an antiquated thing, right? And Tim did not mean it that way. It's not that Tim does not bend notes or anything. It was just kind of something he said, and I just thought it was funny when I went back and edited the video. I went over that part and I just chuckled, and so. But it really has kind of caught fire a little bit, the term. But it was strictly just joking around. So, Gen X Benz. But when he was talking, he was kind of looking at Tosin and Misha. It's like, well, I'm actually a boomer. And I looked it up, and they always have different definitions of what the baby boom is. That sometimes it ends in 62, sometimes it ends in 64. Either way, I was born in 62, so I am a boomer. I'm a legitimate boomer. I don't shy away from that or anything. But it's I saw a couple hashtags today. I'm what was it? Bending. Oh man, there's my friend Andy Wood here. I talked to Andy a little while ago, and he had made a post today about this. He says, so let me get this straight. The guitar community is arguing about bending strings, as in bends are somehow uncool or dated, and checks notes are for boomers? Jesus, bend them ropes. But you got to sound awesome doing it. If your bends suck, then you do. Then he says, I want to add to this. I'm not saying that you suck if you don't bend. That's dumb. It's almost like saying you suck if you do bend. Right. But what I'm saying is if your bends suck, then you have a different problem altogether. That was a classic. That was a great post there. And Team Bend, that was the hashtag, Team Bend. I just love that. Pete Thorne put one on here too. I can't find it. That was really funny. If it's wrong, I don't want to be right. I like that. And then the obvious joke there, thank you, Grant. The obvious joke is that, not joke, but GHS has always made boomer strings. My friend Pete Kerr, one of my best friends in high school, I played guitar with every day. He always used GHS boomers. That was the thing. And I always used D'Addarios. And I said, Pete, what's up? Why do you like those boomers? He's like, I just like the feel of them. He goes, I don't dig the D'Addarios. And I said, man, I don't like the boomers. They feel really weird. And the funny thing is, they were probably made by the same. They were probably made on the same machines. You know, they're probably exactly the same strings, but we were playing eights at the time, so it didn't even matter. I still play eights. Actually, I went to tens, but so then I started seeing all these people with T-shirts coming up. Bend it like boomers. But somebody reached out yesterday. If you see somebody saying Rick Beato fan with some bend it like a boomer thing, that has nothing to do with me. Do not buy that shirt that this guy's doing. If he's painting himself as a Rick Beato fan like that. It's called a boomer bend. I just thought this was hilarious that people were talking about this. Dave and Rhett and I were cracking up about it. And the funny thing is that, I'll play solos where I don't bend, but then I also bend. Like sometimes I bend, sometimes I don't bend. All depends, right? Depends on what you want to say and how you want to say it. But the idea that a bend is somehow not cool or only old people bend obviously is ridiculous, because people bending is pretty much mimics the human voice, right? Maybe not bending is more like guitars with auto-tune or something. So no, I don't know. Tim Parrish asks, is Tim getting flack over this? No, I don't think so. He and I were joking about it. I texted him. I told him that I use that term all the time. I think it's hilarious. Auto-tune equals no bending, Ed says. Holdsworth did not bend. I don't think that's definitely not true. Okay. He did not bend very much though. But if you think of the solo from In the Dead of Night, UK, the first thing is a bend, right? He bends like 3 times right there, right? Right at the very, very beginning of that solo. So, and that's one of Holdsworth's best opening licks is that first bend. Now, I'm trying to think if Holdsworth actually bends in another solo. He almost never bends though. Come on, in the chat, there's got to be another Holdsworth solo that he bends in. But definitely In the Dead of Night is one of them. You know what? Okay, I may be wrong about that. That's the trem bar. That may be the trem bar. I don't know. I'm not sure. But he definitely used a tremolo. Definitely used a vibrato bar for sure. He used it all the time. Metal Fatigue. Yeah, I think there's something in Metal Fatigue. Dun, 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 dun. Let's see. There's got to be something on Metal Fatigue has benz in it. We're gonna check this right now. How do we check it here? Let's see here. Let's look up Little Metal Fatigue. That's what we do on here. We actually listen to music on this channel here. This is the so there's two channels here, right? Rick Beato 2 is kind of about listening to music and doing fun stuff like that, checking out albums. The live streams are. That's way, way, way more laid back. Let's see here. Halen, Holdsworth. Okay. Okay, so let's look at Metal Fatigue. Here we go. Devil Take the Hindmost. Let's see if he plays one in that. He's got to do if he does a bend in here. Okay, hold on. I think I have to set loopback audio up. Let me see if it's on or not. Can you guys hear that? No, here. I think, okay, loopback audio. There we go. There we go. That's all whammy bar, I'm pretty sure. Hold on. Okay, here we go. That's whammy bar. Slides. Maybe he was onto something, right? All whammy. Here's the best part. Oh. Woo! Okay, so this is interesting. Now, why is it the whammy bar fits perfectly with this, but bending doesn't? It is bending though, right? But it's the type, because it doesn't sound like blues licks. It sounds more modern. No bends. Okay, so let's take another Halen solo here. It's more liquid, Cristiano said. Exactly. This lick. Okay, all right. Now, I know I made a video about that, but now that we're on here, just let's check that out again. Listen again. Hold on. Man. Vinny Galliuto was the one that said to me that, and Vinny playing drums on this, it sounds like he takes off in a rocket ship. But I don't think there's any... Oh, I love that. The song's called City Nights, The Soft Secrets. It's actually Gary Husband. It's his tune. It's the first song on Secrets, okay, the Alan Holdsworth record. But Gary Husband, that played drums with Alan on many of his records. I believe Gary's playing keyboards on this, and Vinnie Colaiuta is playing drums. I mean, it's insane, right? So good. Okay, so let's actually talk about this. Let me see if this UK song is actually Ben's here. For those of you that don't know UK was the band with John Wetton, Bill Bruford, Eddie Jobson, and Alan Holdsworth, and they did one record that Alan played on. It came out in 1978, and it was self-titled, UK. One of my favorite records, and it has a song, In the Dead of Night, that the solo I was referring to. Here it is. Here we go. Solo. That's Whammy Bar. I was wrong. Listen. Woo! Listen to this. This may be the best prog record ever. Check out this change right here. Woo! So melodic. Perfect space. And then, oh, beautiful. He saves it though. It's all Whammy Bar. Listen to this right here. Now, this happens to also be one of the only records that Holdsworth played acoustic guitar on that he's playing a solo. I think it's in hold on. Yeah, 30 Years. It's one of my favorite songs. No, that's not, no, it's Nevermore. Yeah. Here we go. Woo. Oh, man. Wow. Oh. Anyways, if you're not familiar with that UK record, self-titled, 1978. One of my favorite songs on the record is a song called 30 Years. It's really beautiful. I just love the melody on it. Check this out. This is just... Halen again on acoustic. Woo! Oh, and then this. And then this part's beautiful right here. Oh, Alan. Oh, forget it. Oh, beautiful. And then wow. Beautiful. Man. That came out when I was a sophomore in high school. As a matter of fact, that came out the same year that Van Halen 1 came out. And today's 1 year since Eddie passed. And I wanted to come on and talk about that. That's really one of the reasons I wanted to come on tonight. I want to talk about Eddie for a minute. Eddie really just changed the way that I thought about the guitar. Now, I'd only been playing guitar for about 3 years, but I had a friend named Matt Bosch that came in that I was playing. He played bass in this band I was playing in. And we rehearsed at my friend Pete's dad's church. They had a stage. They used this for events. They had a small stage, and we would set up on the stage and play. And Matt had this massive stereo that he left at the church. And I remember he said, he brought in Van Halen 1, and he said, "You're not going to believe this." And he put on Running with the Devil. And I couldn't believe it. I just couldn't believe the sounds. It was, I thought, what is this? When I heard Running with the Devil, but then when I heard Eruption, I lost my mind. I just didn't, I said, how is this done? What is this? What is this? And I didn't know that, the two-handed tapping thing. I mean, I figured it out. Pretty, I would say I figured it out pretty quickly after that. The guitarists back then, it kind of went through the guitar community pretty quick. I actually took lessons at this guitar store named T. Rizzo Music. And it's funny, I put out this video yesterday, about my main channel about left-handed guitar playing. And I had my old guitar teacher, Glenn Cummings, who's a lefty, great guitarist. He's in the video, and it was a video from 2013, and not one person in the comments mentioned that, oh, that's Rick's first guitar teacher. He was actually my third guitar teacher, but the other two were very brief. Not one person. Everybody wanted to just talk about how they're left-handed and they play right-handed, or vice versa. They're right-handed, they play left-handed. But Glenn, he knew what it was. He knew they were tappings. He knew it was tapping. I said, Glenn, what is this? He says it's tapping with his with the other hand. He immediately knew the chords too, right? Because really, the tapping that Eddie does is just it's basically this. Right? So as soon as you heard that, if you think about this, that's exactly what in Bohemian Rhapsody, what Freddie Mercury is playing. That's a blues turnaround. It's exactly a blues turnaround. So Eddie's tapping is a blues turnaround. What is it? So I think it's in E flat. Yeah. That's what it's in. No. No. What is that thing? That's basically what it is, though. It's not an E flat. It's weird when I'm hearing it in E, my guitar's in E, it doesn't, I get confused. I can't remember. It's minor, right? No. Whatever it is. But you get it. But that's exactly what that is. The tapping is actually just a blues turnaround. Right? People say, you can't hear my guitar? I don't have an amp that's right here. I only have 60 amps here. So what I'm doing here is just this. Moves down a step. That's not right. Is it minor? No. I can't remember now. Anyways, that is the basic chord progression there. Oh, is it where does it start here? No. Oh, that's right. Okay, so it's B flat major to E flat minor to F sharp minor. Wait. That's it. Yeah. Okay. We figured it out. Why did I forget? In E flat. There we go. So anyways, that being said, my guitar teacher Glenn was the one that as soon as he heard that, he's like, that's a blues turnaround. Somebody said go to acoustic. By the way, I'm a huge fan of Tim Henson. I love Tim. Tim is a great friend. He's a phenomenal guitar player, and so we're just having fun with this stuff here. So, okay, so here's my acoustic. I don't know why I didn't do this. Pretty cool, right? That's it. So Glenn knew that was tapping. He said, oh, the only way he's playing that is by tapping. Right? And that was it. So then we knew. So then everybody figured it out. And that was it. Pretty cool. It's funny that most people do not realize that those are just blues. That those are literally blues turnarounds, right? I think it's really cool. So that's kind of how we found out that what that was. It didn't take long. All it took was people with a great ear, and I could when I heard it. I mean, I knew what the chords were. I knew what the chords were that he was playing. I knew that's what he was playing, but I didn't know what the technique was. And Glenn, I think it was Glenn, was the one that said it was tapping. But I mean, within a week of it coming out, everybody knew it was tapping, and everybody, we could all pretty much play it. So, but that wasn't the hard stuff to play. It's the stuff like in Ice Cream Man. Oh my God, that is the monstrous, one of the greatest solos of all time. Man, the opening lick. Here's a funny story. So when I did my top 20 guitar solos of all time video, I had the guitar solo to Ice Cream Man on there. So I started calling some of my buddies, and I was like, I can't play it because I can't physically stretch that far. It didn't matter how I turned my guitar. I just could not. I did not. I could not get my hand to stretch that far to play the Ice Cream Man. And so I called Phil X. Phil is an expert in Van Halen. Phil's like, I said, Phil, can you play the solo for the video? He's like, no. I mean, if he knew the video was going to get 10 million views, he probably would have said yes. So he said, no, 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 that's really tough. I need some time to do that. That's a long stretch. Then I think I called Dweezil Zappa and I said, Dweezil, do you know that opening lick to Ice Cream Man? Dweezil's like, oh, that's really hard to play. It's a really long stretch. And I called somebody else and everyone was, I called my brother John. My brother John said, oh, that's a really hard stretch. So I thought, okay, I'll just get a video of Eddie playing it live. And that's what I used. That's what I used for the video. But let's listen to a little Ice Cream Man in honor of Eddie.
Is it all been passing by?
Hold on.
For you one time, and I Dixie cups, all flavors and push up to under Ice Cream Man. Stop me when I'm bouncing by. See now all my flavors again, she's satisfied. Yes.
Wait, where's the solo?
My flavors again.
Here we go. Here we go. Oh! That's some Boomer Benz. Woo! Then. Oh! Great feel. I mean, come on. Talking about Boomer Benz. That's unbelievable. Here we go again. Listen. And Tom, you're right. The swing feel. Oh my God. The rhythm stuff and this. But listen. Here we go. Oh! Then. That's one of my favorite licks right there. That blues lick there with a flat five. Oh! Diminished chords. Then. Oh! Forget it. Eddie, right? Man. Let's just... We gotta do it. Okay, can I just say that lick does not get used enough. This is the lick that we always played. The old blues lick that my brother and I used to call dudataloo, because that's kind of what it sounds like. Tom Scholz used that. All players back in the 70s use. But people then stopped using that lick after the 70s for some reason. They used other licks, but you rarely will hear anyone play that. What is up with that? That's like that's the best lick. My brother John would always say that's what Eddie would use to get his solos into overdrive, you know? I know. Now I need the electric guitar, right? Oh, man. Oh, he does it all over the place. That's amazing. Oh, the silence. Tape-hiss. You hear that tape hiss? Listen. Hold on. Listen. Love that. I'm glad I can still hear it. That is actually amp hiss and tape hiss. That is unbelievable. I guarantee you they brought the faders down too. Oh, that's so real. I love that. Wow. I mean, come on. Right? That is ridiculous. Wow. You know, so that lick, though, that I'm talking about, that 70s lick is really... Okay, we're going to go to another band. I don't know why people don't start using this lick again. Please, somebody bring this back. Joe Bonamassa, anybody that plays blues licks, bring this lick back. Okay? Here's my favorite, one of my favorite uses of it is actually, it's always 70s bands, right? It's in this solo. We're moving away here. We're just going all over the place on this. This is actually, for those of you that don't know my rambling live streams on this channel, Rick Beato 2 channel, I've been doing these, and the people that are the old schoolers here, like Tom, and I see all the old school people here, they know that these things just go off the rails, these live streams like this, and we just listen to whatever, and we don't care. It gets demonetized, it doesn't matter. But this is, so this has some great, what I call dudataloo licks here too. Just did it there. There it is again. Again, here we go. Here's my favorite ever. Right here. Okay, that lick, I have never ever heard anyone on YouTube or anywhere ever play that lick right. Right there. Like, I never even wanted to figure it out and play along with it because it's so good. I don't want to ruin it. Right here. It's that dudataloo lick, but he just starts, it just kind of revs up to speed, right? And it has this weird turnaround to it. Listen to it again. Oh man, it's so good. Oh man. Again. Then he does it again. He does that. That's the flurry there. Also, another thing that players, the vibrato, this is something that I love about Steve Lukather's playing, Tom Scholz playing, Eddie Van Halen's playing. I love guitar players that bend the note, do the boomer bend, and then vibrato, like a voice that sings a straight tone, and then they vibrato. Listen how he waits for the vibrato. Listen. Right here. Right here. He goes, wah! Just like a voice, right? If he had vibratoed the whole note, would not have been cool. Again. Then. Oh, and then that, like, he does it again there. And this, oh. Right here. Then. Again. Then they do it again. Speed up. Oh my God, this solo does it all over the place. Wow. God, that's good. And they do it every time. They do it in harmony. Oh man, so good. Here we go. Woo! Okay, so somebody please bring back that lick. Okay, I'm begging you. We got to hear it again. Wow, that is pure gold right there. Forget the boomer bend. It's the dudataloo right there. That is the, that's the lick to bring back. Oh man. That's the good stuff right there. I love it. Does Slash do it? I can't play Guns N' Roses, so sorry. That lick never went away in the first place. Steve said that is not true. People do not use it like that now. I never figured out how dudataloo. How would you spell that even? That's a we got to figure that out. But my brother John and I, that's literally. Does Martin Miller use that on my guitar? John Lewis, I love. Nare. What's up, Nare? Dudataloo. That's right. So Martin plays a killer solo on. Those of you that don't know Martin Miller, you should check him out. Subscribe. Those of you that don't know Nare Soul, who's my favorite YouTuber, she's on the chat. You should subscribe to Nare's channel. She's got my favorite YouTube channel out there. Hop says on here that I should interview Tom Scholz. Okay. If anyone knows how I can get in touch with Tom Scholz, let me seriously email me, because he is a person that I really want to interview. Okay. There's a lot of things that really need to be asked of Tom. That, and I'll tell you what one of the questions is that when he's making this record, he's doing all these things, playing all these parts. He's playing the bass parts, everything. Did he just keep going over the tracks? I know that he said that he wanted to have songs that he never got sick of. And that's why this record is so listenable. Even after all these years, it just, nothing gets old on it. I can listen to these songs and they are just great. They just never, ever lose anything. So he recorded all this stuff. He recorded all this stuff in his basement on a 24 track, I think, or 16 track or 24 track. I'm not sure. I'm not sure if that's it. I'd have to go back and look. I know the organ sounds were an M3 organ, which I have back here. I have an M3 organ. I don't know if you can see that right there. That right there is a Hammond M3 organ, 41 key, that that I bought years and years ago with a Leslie 147 because I love the organ sounds on the first Boston record, like this one on Long Time. This. Tom's organ playing is phenomenal. Listen. Listen to those guitar sounds. Talk about never heard this song. Woo! Woo! Clav. And then all those pick drags. Wow. Okay. I mean, can you imagine? It's 1975. Tom's sitting around in his basement and hearing this, and he's saying to himself, he's just by himself and recording all this stuff. He's got to be thinking to himself, "Oh, this is amazing. This is going to be huge." I mean, is he saying that? What is he saying? This is what I want to ask him. Like, how can you not listen to that? That is so heavy. That's like the heaviest metal song ever. How's he not listening to that saying, "Oh, wow, is this going to be big?" I mean, there's nothing like this 2 years before Van Halen. When my brother Lou brought this record home and played this, it was the same thing. It was like all this stuff was going on in the 70s that when you were a guitar player, you just, I mean, it was like a feast. Holdsworth, Van Halen, Tom Scholz, Neil Schon, everybody was putting out these rock records. I mean, Jimi Hendrix had just died a few years before. This was the 70s. Jimmy Page, man, David Gilmour, all these records were coming out. It's unbelievable. This was the best. Man. Okay, I'm a boomer. I don't care. It's okay. Nari says, I hear the clavichord in this dense sort of way instead of hearing a typical sort of funk. I know, right? So he's using the clav. He's using the clav as a. This is interesting that Nari makes the sound. It's the clav is used not in a rhythmic Stevie Wonder way. It's used in a as a way to have a different bass tone. Okay, it's a way to make the bass cut better. I just love that sound of that. So yeah, that was, man, that was really, really amazing stuff. It was a great time. It was. Okay. I love contemporary music. I listen to Animals as Leaders, Periphery, Polyphia. I listen to all these you guys know I love all the new progressive metal bands. I love rock music, period. But when the stuff was coming out first, when Jimmy Page played Kashmir and you heard that the first time, it was just unbelievable. Hearing Jimi Hendrix for the first time, I love to watch videos on YouTube of people that saw Jimi Hendrix for the first time. Jeff Beck talking about it. Everybody talking about Hendrix when they first saw him. Those are like my favorite. Those are my favorite kind of videos. Are the people that saw that. I mean, I didn't see it. I wasn't there. I wasn't old enough. It's slightly before my time. And I didn't live in the UK. So, but it was great. It was a great time to be growing up with new stuff coming out. Somebody said Alex Lifeson on here. Massive Rush fan. Oh, man. Loved Alex. Really unique approach to guitar playing, his chord work, everything. It was really influential to me too. Do I like Genesis? Oh man, come on. One of my all-time favorite records is Trick of the Tail. I know everybody loves all the Peter Gabriel records. Trick of the Tail, one of the best sounding records and one of the most beautiful records ever. Just the ripples, entangled, squonk, dancing on a volcano, or dance on a volcano. Entangled though, oh man, so good. Okay, this is really incredible. A lot of people, 900 people on this stream tonight. This is a record for this channel. So while you guys are here, if you want to donate to the channel, you can always donate. I have a donate button in the description. I have my sale going on. I think it's RB250 that's going on right now. You want to check out my Beato ear training or my Beato book or my quick lessons guitar course. Those of you that are guitarists, check out my quick lessons. It's 5 hours of quick lessons guitar extravaganza. I took all my biggest quick lessons and I made full-length lesson videos out of them and talked about the concepts on them. And so there's that. And like I said, for those of you that are not subscribed, Subi, thank you. It's been a long time, man. Been a long time. Thank you. I appreciate that. Those of you that put in the super chats here, you guys all are awesome. So Nicholas, thank you. Trick of the Tail is your favorite Genesis. They couldn't find a singer and Phil Collins did the demos. And I think they realized, well, I ain't going to get any better than that, but you didn't. Justin, thank you. What's my take on impact of outsider music, i.e. Tiny Tim? Like Tiny Tim tiptoe through the tulips? I'm not sure what that even means. If you haven't heard the new War on Drugs single, it's so good. Man, it's good. Love it. For new songs that are out, check out the new War on Drugs tune. I'm trying to think. Oh, so if you haven't subscribed to this channel, we're trying to get this up to 200,000. Subscribe here and subscribe to my main channel. If you're a lot of people don't subscribe. They just type in Rick Beato and it goes to my channel. Okay. But it really helps if you're subscribed to the channel. And I'll tell you why. Well, I make music theory course for songwriters. I mean, really, honestly, my Beato book has a lot of that stuff in it. You own all my stuff. Okay. Thank you, Ed. Discovered real music here. You're very welcome. Thanks, Ryan. Appreciate that. Yes, so if you're like me, you know, sometimes you just type the person in, but subscribe. Okay, so I want to get to 200,000. I want to get to 200,000, and I want to get to 3 million on the main channel. So help me get to 3 million. Okay, I asked for subscriptions. I'm going to go. You guys are amazing. I just hit 1 hour. I want to be done in 1 hour, but this is what we do on this channel. I haven't done it in a long time. For all of you super chat peoples, I don't have somebody moderating tonight, and I don't know how this thing works. I don't know how the super chat thing works really. It's kind of confusing to me. So I see Greg L, longtime foreplay, my evening rattled windows, and your old there you go. Right? You imagine what Tom's house sounded like, Greg? As he's playing that, he had to have been thinking, oh, this is going to be huge. I don't know. Did people think that back then? They probably did. They had to. How could you not listen to that? Even if you created it and not have been thinking that. Anyways, okay, you guys are the best. Got a new video coming out tomorrow, maybe on this channel, maybe not. But share the stream. This is 1 year to the day since Eddie passed, and we're dedicating it to him. So we'll see you guys. Thanks, Mark.